Hi everybody. Okay, so I'm going to be voiceover speaking to you about Matisse and his beautiful paintings. Now these paintings actually not collages, they are paintings, but can you see his really cool shapes that he uses? With these kind of shapes, we're going to be influenced by to create collages for our superheads and for the part of the face that we're going to look at. Can you see he uses lots of different shapes and patterns? He uses lots of different layers. They've got all these layers I'm pointing to here. A blue layer, on top is the purple horse. You've got little yellow shapes on top. So we're going to use collage to layer up and prepare our superheads. Alright, so let's begin. We're going to match the shapes of our photograph onto our white paper. And you can see I'm pointing to the different areas here on the face I'm using. We've got hair, we've got a background, we've got clothes, we've got skin shapes, we've got that funny mouth shape. So I've got many different types of coloured papers to choose from. It can be any kind of colours. Matisse uses lots of bright colours to create that happy kind of bright mood. And I've also got these collage papers we used for the fish last term. I thought they'd be really cool to use. And we can also use magazine papers to cut out different things. So I'm going to use a piece of all of those different ones. You can use whatever you've got available to you. And we're going to start by cutting out the different layers, almost jigsaw puzzling them together to create our superhead. Now I'm going to start with the background. Really important. The first layer is the base layer, so we work from the bottom up. And I'm going to create a background shape. So I take my piece of paper and I'm going to draw on the first background shape. So I've chosen this light green background and I'm going to cut out the background first. So now I've got my background shape in place. I'm choosing the next layer to prepare on my collage. I've got this really cool collage paper from our fish project and I'm going to use that for that little shirt part or that section for the clothing. So I'm going to line up, using the corner of the paper, line up and make a mark on the edge of the paper, as you can see. And I've got the top of the shirt there. I'm going to draw an invisible line across and draw another mark there. And draw a line down there. So I've got the edge of the paper. So edge of the paper to the edge of the paper. You can see my little silvery line. Yep. I dropped my paper. Oops. Okay, so now I've got this kind of tall shape around the shoulder and I need to match from the corner of my paper around. So I'm drawing the same guided line shape. And there I'm able to cut my paper. So I'm not sticking anything down now, I'm just putting it in place just to compare to my photograph if that shape that I've prepared actually fits really well with the shoulder of the clothes. Now, obviously, you can't see all of the t-shirt because the neck of the photograph's in the way. So I'm going to actually make the neck shape because the neck shape is the next shape we're going to use on top of the shirt that we just made. And what's really cool is you need to choose your colours really carefully. Now, Matisse used unrealistic colours. Is the neck of my person, is it a bright yellow colour? No. But I think it's a great colour that contrasts with the blue and it's bright and it stands out. So just like the shoulder, I'm putting my little square to the edge of the paper. I'm making a mark where the top of the neck would be and a mark where the bottom of the neck would be. And then looking at the shape of the neck, how it kind of glides or bends, I'm going to also make an indentation at where the top is and I'm going to connect those lines, kind of imagining this curved neck shape. So I'm going to carefully make that curved neck shape, yep. And then I'm able to cut this out. So now I add down that neck shape that I just cut out. And the next one we're going to do is the head. So we've got the background, we've got the shoulder, we've got the neck, and now we need the face skin. Now, skin is the same colour, so I'm going to use the yellow to match the neck. Even though we've got more shadowy parts, we can add those with different papers later. Again, take my piece of paper, line it up with the edge. Always going for the edge because we're using these little tiles. You can then mark where the top of the photograph is, where the skin is. I can draw a line across where it comes to. Now it's meeting where the hair is, so I'm making a mark where there is, and then I've made a mark where the chin is, and I'm drawing that round curved facial shape. So I'm meeting up to the top where I made that mark, and then drawing that nice, careful, sketchy light lines, making that shape around. Can you see? And then what do? Snip, snip, snip. Alright, so now I've got my little face bit. I'm putting it down, and it's starting to get all these layers. I haven't glued anything yet. I'm just going to keep all my separate little pieces and glue at the end. Now I'm going to make the mouth and show you how to use it with a magazine page. I chose this one. I really like the color of the lips, that bright fuchsia pink, and I thought maybe I can start to match up the shape. Now I've got to meet at the bottom of the lip, so I'm going to draw on the bottom of the lip there. And I need to draw up the page because I'm using that square tile, draw across and meet at the end of the lip, and then I can follow the shape of the lip from my points. So I've got this curved line, I'm following that shape up to those points that I made on the magazine page. So I get the shape. It's not much of a real lip, it's a shape, just like Matisse used, and then I cut it out. So now what I can do is place that little pink piece of paper on top of the photograph to check the size. Take all my little pieces together and start layering them up. I'm not gluing yet, just layering them up and checking the sizes, checking they match the photograph. Now I'm going to have a look at the teeth. I'm not going to draw them onto my piece of paper, I need to cut it out. So I'm going to select this piece of paper. I really like the orangey bit on this paper, and I think it would look good on the inside there for my teeth. So I'm going to speed this up now so you can watch the process again. Alright, so now I'm lining up those cool teeth. Did you like my music? I like the music too. So I'm lining up my teeth, I've got all my parts, and you can see it's actually starting to look like the photo. It's matching the teeth, it's matching the lips. Oh, I've got to do the hair now. Let's see what the hair looks like. Okay, so I'm lining up the hair that I cut out from that magazine page. Look at it match. I lined it up with my photograph, I drew it, and I cut it out. So I've got to work on the background now, and I'm going to have a look at Matisse's image because he's got all these really squiggly, cool little shapes and layers, and I want to integrate some of Matisse's styled work into my background. So I'm going to create some layers. I'm going to create a green layer, possibly as a background piece. Now that's a bit big, isn't it? So I'm going to, yep, that's it, measure it there, cut it there. Yeah, stick that there, that looks good. And then I'm going to start to get some wiggly shapes. So let's get some cool orange cardboard. That looks good. It'll stand out against the green and the blues. Cut some small pieces. Now you could cut just triangles, but I'm actually going to get a bit clever and cut out some squiggly shapes. Let's have a look. So there you go, you can see the superhead compared with the photograph. And we've done it in the style of Matisse. Instead of a painting, we've made a collage, matching the squiggly shapes and the different colours and patterns. And now, that's it. Good luck and have fun making it!